Hi guys, today we'll be talking about solving systems using substitution. Okay, so solving systems using substitution, once again, just our definitions, systems of equations is two or more equations with two or more variables to solve for. Okay, so here's the steps. Get one variable alone. Number two, plug in that value of that variable into another equation and solve for the remaining variable, and then solve for the last variable. Okay, so something as simple as this. There we go. Okay, and let's go to 2x minus 4y equals 12, and 3x plus y equals 7. Okay, so for example, on this first one, I would probably minus the 3x over to the other side. So I'd go minus 3x and minus 3x, and it doesn't matter how you rewrite it. And so then I would have y equals either 7 minus 3x or negative 3x plus 7, whichever way. So that's step number one right there. Okay. Alright, so that's get one variable alone. In this case, we are getting y alone. So step number two is we're going to take this value and we are going to plug it into the first equation, and we're going to plug it in for y. Okay, and this is where we're going. Okay, so let's go right about here. Alright, so now we got 2x minus 4 parentheses 7 minus 3x equals 12. Okay, and then we're going to distribute and just continue to work on from there. So for example, we distribute the negative 4 and we get 2x minus 28 plus 12x equals 12. So we have this all set up. Then we'll combine like terms, so the 2x and the 12x make 14x minus 28 equals 12. Okay, and then I just continue to finish solving it from there. Okay, so I go ahead and I add the 28 to both sides. So we go plus 28. Alright, and then we have 14x equals, let me see, oh geez, why am I even thinking twice about this? That's 40. Good night. Okay. Alright, and then I finish it off by dividing both sides by 14, and I get x equals 40 divided by 14, which is also the same as 20 divided by 7. And we just leave it as an improper fraction, so practice leaving it as an improper fraction. Okay. Alright, so the awesome thing is that I actually have a value for y. I'm sorry, a value for x. Now that I've got that, I'm going to go ahead and solve for the last variable. So now I know x is 20 over 7. I'm going to plug it back into here and actually solve for it. Right? And so what's going to happen is I get now y equals 7 minus 3 parentheses 20 over 7. Okay, we multiply that out, so y equals 7 minus 60 over 7. Okay, and I need a common denominator on both, so I'm going to make that a 7 over 1, which 7 over 1 becomes 49 over 7. Okay, and 49 minus 60 is going to be negative 21. So y equals negative 21 over 7. No, that's 11. That's got to be 11. Thank you. So negative 11 over 7. And so what this is able to do, now if we had to do that by graphing, we would find some pretty nasty negatives. So x equals 20 over 7. Oh, let's get rid of that. And y equals negative 11 over 7. Alright, and the way we would write that is, we would write that as parentheses 20 over 7, comma, negative 11 over 7. And we actually have our answer. And so we just move on from there. Now, are all your answers going to be these nasty looking type of problems and everything. No, they're not going to be these nasty ones, but you will find more exact answers. Like for example, in math, this is a very exact answer because we don't have an approximation for it, and that's the gorgeous thing about it. Okay. Alright, and that's it for solving systems using substitution. Just remember, get one variable alone, plug it into the other equation, solve for it, and then plug that back into the first equation, and you should be good to go. Okay? Alright, thank you very much. Oh, one last thing before we leave. I did want to talk to you about solving systems. Now, you know two different ways. You know substitution and you know graphing. Okay, so you know substitution, you know graphing. You can use either one to finish out the rest of the problem. So if you like graphing, go ahead and do it. Just make sure you get it into y equals mx plus b form. If you like substitution, do it that way. It really doesn't matter how you get the answers. The questions on the tests and quizzes will ask you solve one way or the other way using those. Feel free to use whichever way you find most comfortable, okay? These are just methods in finding it, okay? Alright, and that's it for solving systems using substitution. Bye.